Hey everybody, welcome to FanX 2024 here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm here with Aaron Long of Painted Dragon Studios. Now Aaron, I've been a huge fan of yours on Facebook, watching you paint these amazing pieces live.
Thank you.
What drives your inspiration for painting?
And I just like to paint all my favorite things. You'll see a lot of nerdy things up here. It's all fan art of all just my favorite movies, games, shows. I also do some original things, just whatever we're feeling like painting that day. My wife paints a lot of the artwork as well.
Really?
And so we do just whatever is, piquing our interest that day. And sometimes it'll be, I'm playing a game, I'm really enjoying it, and I'll just decide, you know what, it's time to paint some fan art. So you look up here and up here. So Alien Romulus just came out a couple weeks ago. Painted that one just very recently. And then this is my most recent painting right here, this Warhammer 40K, just because Space Marine 2 just came out.
Oh yeah.
And so I was just super excited. I bought the game day one, played the crap out of it. I was like, all right, it's time to paint a piece.
Yeah.
And got it done just in time for this show.
Great. I mean, again, it's amazing work in such detail, and it's amazing to watch you paint these live, like I said. And what kind of started your passion for painting?
Well, I've been drawing since I could hold a crayon. My whole life, my parents have always been very encouraging of artwork and just of me pursuing creative interests in general. My mom gave me some very beginner art classes as a kid growing up. I come from a long family of artists, but it wasn't until high school that I really started trying painting. Borrowed one of my mom's painting sets and just started trying to paint landscapes and anything with mountains and trees. I watched a lot of Bob Ross growing up too.
Of course, yeah.
Just painting happy trees and happy mountains.
Awesome.
But my love of fan art actually is a kind of a funny situation that came out. I was in my high school art class. I was playing Flappy Bird on my phone because art class was the nap time class period of that time. I did not take it seriously at all. I was like, sure, I can draw. It's just not that fun for me. My teacher was like, hey, I'm going to take your phone away if you don't stop playing that game. I was like, I don't want to play my game. She's like, you got to paint something, dude. So I took a screenshot of Flappy Bird, and I used that screenshot as my reference for my very first piece of fan art.
Oh, really? No
fan art was, Flappy Bird was the very first piece of fan art I ever did. And I was like, this is fun. I like painting things that I actually like.
That's great.
And it went from just painting generic landscapes to painting landscapes that include things that I like in them. So I started adding Skyrim standing stones, dragons. I added Lord of the Rings characters walking through my pieces. I added Star Wars starships flying through the landscape, just stuff like that. And that really, got my passion of art in general to be something I was actually excited to do, whereas before it was just something I could do and I was okay at it, and I was like, you know what, I think I want to get really good at this.
Yeah.
And that was 13 years ago.
Wow. And here you are today, and like you said, this is your first time here in Salt Lake,
at this show, yes.
It's been awesome seeing this stuff actually in person and just seeing, again, the level of detail that you're able to achieve. And again, it's your passion, so you're able to make the painting yours and do whatever you want with it, right? And I'm a huge Elden Ring fan. I know I've admired a lot of your Elden Ring paintings, and but this is something that I ask everybody. So you have a lot of subjects here, but what is your favorite fan, and what's your go-to?
My absolute favorite thing to paint is Lord of the Rings. 100%. Between my wife and I, we've painted over 45 Lord of the Rings pieces, which is much more than all the other things we painted. Our work is featured on the official Lord of the Rings wiki page.
No kidding.
Several big YouTube channels use our artwork in lore videos and such. Nerd of the Rings is a big one that he uses our artwork a lot for his videos. It's my passion. I love it. The Hobbit was my very first intro to fantasy. My grandpa read The Hobbit to me when I was a small child before I could read, and so my grandpa reminds me a lot of Gandalf and vice versa, and so he's just been my favorite character in all of fiction since I was a small child, and so this is one of my favorite pieces right here. It's Gandalf leading Thorin and company. And I just absolutely love Lord of the Rings and Tolkien and all things fantasy, and that kind of spurred my interest.
That spurred your interest. Well, Aaron, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Appreciate you.